because the other robot was as strong as you, but better. Because he wasn't a retarded kid who couldn't read Japanese. My favorite move was, and I figured out how to shoot my fists.
Shoot your fists?
Yeah, it was awesome. And that was like the best thing to do on the robot until it finally got up to me.
Do the fists retract?
Yeah, they come, you'd be like...
Oh, that's cool.
And then you'd be like... And just keep doing that until it finally gets up to you. Then you have to be like... And then he has fucking drill hands, so he's like... You're like, damn it! But the best part is that you could destroy buildings and stuff. And it was like the first destructible game I've ever played. And I think that was the main thing.
Oh my god. I think it was for PS1 or PS2. Do you remember the, what was it called? It was a game where you played old Nintendo characters, but it was in a city, and you got points by destroying the buildings. Oh, what was it called?
I don't know if it's Nintendo characters, but that sounds like Rampage.
It was Rampage.
Yeah, okay, it wasn't Nintendo characters though. They were their own characters.
Because I remember seeing Donkey Kong or
well, there is a giant gorilla and there is a giant green lizard, so that might have been why you.
Oh.
But yeah, I remember that game. I had a Rampage 2. I loved that game.
I loved Rampage.
Like I just love being on top of buildings, going like this,
Yeah.
and grabbing chicks. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And then occasionally you'd get like this toxic waste and you turn into this purple bat thing and you just shoot laser and lava out your mouth and you're just like this ultimate thing of destruction and tanks and lasers and mechas are like, oh shit, we can't kill him, he's in super mode.
Oh, I just got 100 points for doing all that.
Just damn it, we're tanks, we can't kill giant monsters, when are we going to learn? But yeah, I love that game. And it just seems that the old games, because if we were to play them now,
yeah,
like all those games, we probably wouldn't like them.
I'd like a good amount of them.
Yeah, but it just seems like nowadays a lot of people are a lot more picky about their games, which, you know, I can understand, but in terms of GameFly, which is what I have,
yeah,
it doesn't seem like you should be so picky if it's just one set amount for a month and you just play a new game.
Or very sucked into the hype, like Halo and Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that has the Halo brand name. Well, I guess I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, yeah, it's, you know, oh, Halo, gotta buy it. Oh, Call of Duty.
Oh, new
Modern
Call of Duty
Warfare.
game. Doesn't matter if there's already 10 Call of Duty games, this is a new one and it's gonna be the best.
I got a Call of Duty Black Ops.
Oh, Black Ops 2.
Got a Black Ops. I never played Call of Duty Modern War. I haven't played any Call of Duty after Call of Duty 3. I want to play World at War, but I haven't had a chance to. I didn't play Modern Warfare. I played Modern Warfare 2 the first time, like a week ago, for like an hour. It's okay. I think it's too easy in my opinion because I was playing with my friends who've all played a lot, and I never touched the game, and I came in second place. And it was like a big gap too. I was like 100 points behind the first place guy, and this third place guy was like 2,000 points behind me.
The thing about Call of Duty and Halo, it's very pick up and play.
Yeah, I think that's another reason why they're, you know, popular, you know.
Yeah.
A 12-year-old can play it. And real quick, I kind of want to, I was talking about how I had a Halloween party and we played Halo a lot. And then a person on Facebook said, boys play Halo, men play Modern Warfare. Now, I feel that's kind of really retarded because I could just be making this statistic up, but I think I read somewhere that about 70% of Modern Warfare players are below the age of 18.
Most are.
Now, I don't know about...
it's especially true on the 360.
Mm-hmm. A lot of kids play, and I'm not necessarily saying Halo is for adults in comparison, but I think if it's on the 360, a majority of the people playing are going to be younger than you. Unless if you're younger than someone else.
Because think about it, the Xbox came out in 2001 or 2, one of those years, and the PlayStation came out 1990, 19...
It came out sometime. But the point is, don't go saying don't act like the game you play is the cool game in comparison to every other game. Because chances are, if you're, and just, this is just thinking you're an old person, like myself, I'm 21, I consider myself old, I got all kinds of medical issues, yada yada yada. If you think it's cool, then kids are going to think it's cool because you think it's cool, and so there's going to be more of them. And there's more kids than there are of older people because old people die, kids get spewed out of the vagina. So there's more kids than there are older people. And then older people go off and get lives.
What I like is my generation. We're not too old, we're not too young. We're kind of in the middle. So we know the good old games and we know the good new games, but in our hearts we know the good old games are where it's at.
Yeah, I
or
have
at least
to,
most of us.
I have to
At least I
agree
hope.
and disagree with you. I agree in the sense I agree with everything you said, but I also say our generation, like you and me, we're separated by like 2 years.
Yeah.
Is
Not even
that we weren't born for all of the video game years.
That's
We were
true.
only like through the NES at best.
Like we were only through like the later years of NES.
Yeah. But after that, everything else.
Yeah.
And I sort of feel that's the way every gamer, older gamer feels, is that they feel that they're superior. You know, we feel superior.
Yeah.
And then when the younger gamers become older, like, yeah, I played the original Modern Warfare. I'm not playing Call of Duty Yellow Ops 7.
Oh.
Yellow Ops. Call of Duty Yellow Ops. This time it's personal.
And then Red Ops. And then Red Ops 2.
And then Call of Duty Modern Warfare Red Ops Revenge of the Black Ops 7. I like the number 7.
Call of Duty Return of the Call of Duty Black Ops Red Ops 2 Call of Duty. 7.
Classic.
7-2.
Oh god, I'm just waiting until who the fuck makes this game?
Treyarch.
Treyarch and Activision. I'm sort of just waiting until they start releasing a game a year, which I think they've already met. For Call of Duty a year.
Always considered for Call of Duty the true makers of Call of Duty not be Treyarch but Infinity Ward.
Yeah.
Because they made the best Call of Duty games.
But Activision and
Yeah,
them had a
Yeah.
a domestic
that whole thing.
dispute at best.
2 people got fired. There was a lot of violence and
It
bad
got-
words.
People started pointing fingers, and we're not going to talk about that now. That was then. This is now. We're grown people now. Okay. Oh, here's one.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Alan Wake. Huh?
I know, right? This is how our conversations work. We talk about one thing, and then we start talking about the meaning of life. This game is all around bad. There's no way to aim your gun, and if you run out of ammo, you're screwed. There's no way to melee the zombies.
There's no zombies in
Apparently they're zombies. At least that's what I think they are. Plus, I heard this game was going to be scary. If you're scared of this game, you should be in a diaper. And what's with the flashlight? Getting the darkness out of them? Yeah, right. This is the worst game I've ever played. If you want a good third-person game, try Splinter Cell Conviction or Gears of War.
which was the worst one.
I hated everything about this game. It sucked.
Well, there's a lot of things wrong with that paragraph.
A lot. Besides spelling and
First of
punctuation.
all, they aren't zombies. I haven't even played the game and I know they're
Yeah,
not zombies.
I never saw them as zombies. I thought of them as shadow beings or something
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
they're like just
Actually, I've read some more. They're called the Taken.
taken.
I don't know what that necessarily means. I think that, they were taken by the darkness or something. Like regular people taken by the darkness.
Well, in the game you're followed by this like black,
Yeah.
not a mass, but like a black.
Black nigger.
By,
Pretty much. That's why you gotta carry your boomstick. But what I gotta say about this guy is, first of all, if you're scared of this game, you should be in a diaper. Do you consider me a fraidy cat or somewhat brave?
somewhat brave.
Somewhat brave. In terms of movies and stuff, I'm pretty easy to be scared. I mean, we went to Paranormal Activity 2, and that scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
Oh.
And Dead Space.
And Dead Space. We played Dead Space a couple months back. That was a fun game to
Can't
play.
wait for Dead Space 2.
We'll do a commentary on that.
That fucking noodles.
Cause our favorite enemy in Dead Space, and by favorite I mean least favorite, are the little things on the ground that come at you, and they look like little noodles, and we call them noodles. And the first thing I gotta say is that in almost all horror games or games in general, there's like an enemy that's just a mass of little noodles, and for the most part, they're almost always the hardest enemy to deal with.
There's just so many of them. They're so small, and one can kill you.
Yeah, and one did kill me. I was doing this one part in Dead Space where I was in this airlock chamber and there's enemies everywhere, and I had to run and grab something and then get out, and I was being harassed over and over by just tons of guys, and I killed them all, and eventually I was like on my way. I was like literally right at the door, and then I died, and I was like, what the fuck? And I looked at my corpse, and there's a noodle on me. One noodle. One little noodle just doing this.
Yeah.
This killed me.
Surrounded by necromorphs. And,
Yeah, these huge things with scythe, claw things,
Yeah.
freaking exploding ones, and this.
One little white little noodle.
This thing killed me. Trevor, careful, I might kill you.
Oh, where'd my life go?
So whenever we see those in any video game, we're like, noodles! Shit, and we always run away from them, because we're always scared.
You can't kill them all.
Noodles!
The only way you can kill them all is if you have the pulse rifle, and, well, he didn't use the pulse rifle.
Yeah, we were playing more or less co-op. Like, I would play one chapter, then he'd play it. So we each had one gun. I used the one that shoots like 3 in different angles.
It was called something cutter.
The something cutter. I used the
Something
something
cutter.
cutter, and he used the pulse rifle, which is pretty much a little machine gun. There's no games in Dead Space. Oh, wait, they pretty much are guns. I used that gun for the most part, and that was a horrible, horrible gun to use against them. And that game scared the crap out of us.
Yeah.
We're pretty much scaredy cats, so I think I'm going to be afraid of this game. At least me. I don't think I'm going to be afraid of it right now, being filmed, having all this light on me, and having 2 people here. But I think if I was playing this by myself, or maybe just without the light, I think I would be pretty scared. And it's loading right now. So I don't think that's a real valid point. You have to be in a diaper. And I don't think we're going to have enough time to go through all these, but one thing I've noticed that a lot of people had a big issue with you using a flashlight in this game. And I really don't understand that.
The game revolves around using the flashlight.
Because, like, this person's like, what's the point of using a flashlight? Flashlights are retarded,
To see.
Yeah, and I don't understand what's the big deal. I mean, Silent Hill for the Wii, the one where it's all frozen and stuff, that one you use a lot of light.
Yeah.
I mean, your flashlight's great. I mean, I didn't beat it, but...
Another thing to add about Alan Wake, this game got announced like 4 years ago, and it got delayed like 3 times.
That's another thing people bitch about. They're like, this game was in development for 5 years, and it's this crappy?